It's time to get organized. I am about to go to Asia for a month and I am incredibly unprepared. Like, the most unprepared I've ever been for a trip is this one. I leave in less than 48 hours. Do I even have everything that I need? No. Do I have accommodation booked? No. Am I a little bit stressed about this? Yes. So I thought I would hold myself accountable and film this because I love a prep with me, a prep for a trip with me, a pack with me, that kind of video. And I thought that because this is quite a big trip, I'm actually away for nearly 5 weeks, thought it'd make an interesting one. And it means that I actually have to stick to it. So if you haven't seen it on any of my other social media platforms, I am actually going to Thailand and the Philippines, both for 2 weeks, with kind of like 4 days in the middle where I have nothing organized. And I think I'm potentially gonna stay in Thailand, but I might go to the Philippines early. Honestly, I don't have a plan. But the first 2 weeks are a holiday with my boyfriend and his parents, and then the second 2 weeks I'm hosting a group trip in the Philippines. So two kind of very different vibes. One of them is very much holiday and one of them is very much being a host of my own tour, and I am so excited for both. I'm a bit apprehensive. I don't really know what to expect. Every time I do a group trip I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, both of these countries are two of my favorite places in the world. But without wittering on too much more, let's get started. Here I have my 2 bag options, and I genuinely, guys, I can't decide which one I want to take. So I've got my backpack. This is my trusty Mountain Warehouse backpack that I have taken around the world with me. It's starting to actually look a bit disheveled, but this is a 65-litre backpack with like an additional 20-litre backpack attached to the front. However, earlier in the month I actually found this, which is an luggage kind of like hold all style bag, but it has wheels. Can you see that? And I forgot that I had this. This is what I took to Australia the very first time that I went, and I feel as though this could be the one for this trip because I'm only going to 2 locations. I know all of the specific locations that I'm going to when I get there, and I think I could probably get away with a suitcase style bag, which is kind of what this is. I don't really remember where I got this from. I don't even know how much this cost. Obviously this one was from Mountain Warehouse. I feel like they're a similar size. Am I gonna bring the black one? What do we reckon? Exact decision. I'm gonna bring this. Why does it look really small? We've got some compartments. We have another compartment. Oh, we do. Oh, I love a hidden zip. That's so good. The only place this has been is the Australian East Coast. This is what I used the first time I traveled the East Coast. I've never used it since. In here so far, I have a half-packed bag. All of this is yet to be packed. I'm not gonna take it all out, but basically, top, shorts and skirt, beach stuff, dresses. That is my 4. However, I need to fit all of this in here. So that is the next step. Quite late last night, I remembered that there is quite a lot of like gym activities on the itineraries, especially when I'm in the Philippines. So I need some gym stuff. So I've got some shorts and 2 sports bras. And these are going in my beach bag with my beach towel. And that is gonna be slotted here. Yeah, along with 2 baseball caps, which I'm gonna slot down the side. Would this shut though? Because I have a feeling that it won't. We've still got so much left to go in, guys. Oh my god. Okay, so I think we're gonna have a reshuffle. Simply, how have I ended up with this much stuff, please? If I'm squashing stuff in this much, this is not a good sign. This is not how the packing should be when you leave the country, because I do want to be able to buy some stuff there. So we're reassessing. I'll be back. We've hit the point of the packing where I've given up because I thought I was doing a really good job of packing light, and then it would potentially appear that I haven't done a very good job of packing light. And every single time I think I've got this. You've nailed it this time. No, I haven't. We are gonna have to rejig. I'm not gonna show you the bag until it all fits. Maybe the backpack is bigger. Like, thought that we could use this opportunity to actually get a bit more organized. And I wanna let you guys in on a secret. I actually only paid £400 for this flight to Bangkok. And not only is that insane, the best part of that is it's direct. I'm flying direct to Thailand, which I've never done before because last time I flew via Qatar. This was the total cost, by the way. So as a reference point, this was my one-way outbound flight the first time that I did this trip. So the first time I flew to Bangkok. Admittedly, this was 2 years ago. So I want to tell you how I've got that steal, because I kind of have been shouting about this from the rooftops to everybody in my life that will listen. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to Thailand, but it only cost 400 quid. Like, to put into perspective, you could pay almost £400 or even more to go return to Europe, and this is a direct 13-hour flight. Like, it's a big journey. The question I always get asked is, how do you shop around for the cheapest cheapest option. But my secret hack, and genuinely how I paid for this, is with Skyscanner's price drop alerts. So basically, Tom and I have been planning this trip from way back early in the year, and we knew roughly when we wanted to fly. We were looking at this weekend, whether it was the Friday, the Saturday, or the Sunday. We had this weekend in our head. We set a price drop alert on Skyscanner, which is so straightforward to do. It looks like this, and then we waited and we just kind of sat and watched the price move up and down ever so slightly. There wasn't always much in it. We'd been trying a few different routes. You know me, I'm always shopping around from different airports, different airlines. We were looking out of Manchester, out of London, with Qatar, with Etihad, with Emirates. And then one day, just randomly, Tom and I get the same notification that this exact direct flight with Either Air flashed up at this incredible price. We got the notification sent through to our email, and that is genuinely how we booked this trip. That was how we picked the airport, the airline, when we were flying. An economy flight is an economy flight. Like, I'm not fussy, and we just wanted a good deal. Now, you guys know at this point that I am Skyscanner's biggest fan. Like, it is potentially a concern how frequently I am on this website or on their app. I am always refreshing and checking, and so many of my travels this year have been based on price drop alerts that I've got saying, oh, you could fly to Norway for £15, or you could go to Ibiza for £30, which is literally what I did. That is genuinely a lot of the time the starting point for my travels. So if you are looking at planning your own trip, whether that be to Southeast Asia or to anywhere around the world, you can use this feature and it's going to save you money. Like, it is looking for the best deals for you. It is notifying you when airlines change their prices. Sometimes really last minute, airlines put seats available for a lot cheaper. I want to say that I have figured out the system and do this manually myself, but I don't. This is a Skyscanner hack, and I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm sharing this with you guys. If you don't already know about it, consider this me shouting about it from the rooftops. It is now the evening, and you join me in the bathroom for some prep that is a lot more shallow. We're still not fully packed, can I just add? However, I have been super unorganized, and as you can see by this line in my hair, have not had time to go to get my roots done at the hairdressers. I have decided to take matters into my own hands. If there's any hairdressers watching, I can only apologise, but I've run out of time. I tried to go yesterday, and the hairdressers I was trying to go to wouldn't do it on me without a patch test, which makes sense. So it's my bad. So instead I bought this. Yeah, the echo in here is intense, guys, as well. I'm very sorry about that. Is it better if I open the door? Is that better? That is a lot better, actually. So it's actually called Spiced Auburn, which I would say is the attempt of colour that I'm going for. It's like a browny red. Basically, I actually wanted it to be closer to my natural colour, but when the roots started to come through, I was like, well, clearly it's not anywhere near my natural colour, because my natural colour is like light brown with like a bit of red and a bit of blonde probably running through it. I'm actually not sure though, because I've not had my natural hair since I was like 14. So I'm gonna get changed out of this nice dress, and I'm gonna try and dye my hair myself. We have T-minus 12 hours until I leave for the airport, so if this goes horrific, there is nothing I can do about it. This is just chaos of the worst kind, but I thought I would include it because it's prep. Like, come to Asia with me, we're dyeing my hair 12 hours before we go. Have I ever dyed my own hair before? No. Not really, so slay. Okay. How wrong could it really go, right? Step one is to mix this. Everything is very pink right now. I hope my hair doesn't go pink. This is so not a bit of me. This is a bit more of like a semi-permanent dye, guys. So hopefully, if it's horrific, it's not gonna last that long. But I've read the reviews. Apparently, it's like good for conditioning your hair and it's not gonna harm your hair. There's no sulfates, there's no parabens. It's actually a gloss as well. I accidentally already got bleach on this t-shirt, so that's why I'm wearing that. Bleach, not like hair bleach. The only thing I don't really understand is when you use the other product. I love how little rhyme or reason there is to this. Ask me if I know what I'm doing, I dare you. I actually feel like this could go so wrong. My main focus really is my roots. Like, I just kind of want to blend them down because I've tried to match this hair dye to my like end hair colour. And honestly, I think because it fades after 20 washes, and because I'm gonna actually probably have it tied up a lot over the next month, I'm not too bothered about it being like the best hair dye in the world. I just hate the look of roots when it's in a ponytail, and it's gonna be in a ponytail fairly off. This is like my focus, how it looks when it's like scraped back. This might be the best I've ever looked, but whilst my hair is drying a little bit in this hair dye towel. I'm gonna dye my eyebrows. Now I actually did this the other night, but I just want them to be a little bit darker. So I'm kind of just gonna put a bit more dye through the very like middle of my brows because I don't really want them to be any bigger. Just like they're still a lot lighter than my not the eyebrow dye on the cream carpet. This is what you get for vlogging and doing your eyebrows at the same time. This is a kit that I have by Eylure London. I actually think it's really good. You kind of just leave it on for, it says 15 minutes, but I honestly do leave it on quite a lot longer. And then you can just wash it off with like hot water and it stains your eyebrows. It probably lasts about 2 weeks to be fair. So hopefully if it's that little bit darker, it might last even longer. Mainly just these front bits because they're so fair. I think obviously because I've been in the sun quite a lot over the summer, combined with the fact that my natural eyebrows are really blonde, my hair has been bleached a lot and it's just like, they're not there. If I don't do this, I just don't have eyebrows and it's giving Voldemort. Some people really pull it off as well because it's actually quite a look at the moment. I know loads of people that I follow on Instagram have really bleached eyebrows, but on me, I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan at all. When I see myself without makeup on, if I've not had my eyebrows dyed, I'm like, where are my features? We shall come back to this in a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna dry my hair off whilst they set. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, eyebrow verdict, they're looking pretty good. I will show you my hair properly tomorrow once it's daylight and also once I've styled it. Obviously it's very frizzy right now, but I will say there's no roots visible. It does not look stripy from what I can see. Obviously, like I said, I've not styled it, but like big improvement and it feels amazing. I'm gonna pick you up in the morning where we're gonna carry this on and actually finish packing, potentially book some accommodation and actually go to the airport to board this flight that I am still incredibly unprepared for. So I'll see you then. Alright, I think we're doing a little bit better. So all that I really actually have left right now, toilet bag, and then my 2 little clutch bags, but to be fair, these do fit in my hand luggage bag. So there's a potential I may move these. Why is this just not? I can't tell if I've just packed it really badly or, well, I mean it shuts, but it's not really ideal, is it? This here is the leftovers pile. This is everything I took out, including a couple of pajama tops. I've gone for just 2 because do I need more t-shirts? Will I just sleep in a vest top? Yes. Also, I'm gonna leave this pair of shorts and my towel because my towel is taking up a lot of space. Then I'm bringing my bum bag, and this here is my hand luggage bag, which is pretty much full and ready. I've just got like my electronics, my drone, my liquids bag in here. All of this is obviously things that I think I will want to use on the flight. So I've just got like a moisturizer, deodorant, toothbrush, hairbrush, all of that sort of stuff, and my laptop. And then in the front of here I've got a change of clothes. This is a top tip in case your luggage ever goes missing. I've got just a t-shirt, some underwear in here, so I could like freshen up and get changed if the worst were to happen. Wouldn't look great because they are pajamas. Beggars wouldn't be choosing. So this is the leftover pile. This kind of always happens, and I think I'm pretty much ready, you know. I forgot to update you on my hair, but now that I'm stood in natural light, I'm actually very happy with this. Like, it is glossy, it is pretty much all one colour, and the roots are so much better. Like, I think for a dye that I did myself, I'm very happy with this. Anyway, now that we are just about organised, I've got about 25 minutes until I am getting picked up to go to the airport. So I'm just gonna have a little snack, go downstairs, double check that I've got everything. Haven't actually yet booked any accommodation for the end of the trip, but I've decided I'm gonna extend this vlog into a come to the airport with me / arrive in Thailand with me. If you guys want to see a full travel day across to Asia, I've recently uploaded one to Bali. It's going to be very similar. Like, we are just traveling long haul through the night. So I will link the Bali one down below if you want to see what our travel day actually looks like, but I think I will actually bring you along and keep vlogging until we actually arrive in our end destination, which is Koh Samui. And once there, then I'm going to book accommodation. I'm going to book the accommodation for the trip. Once already on the trip, because you guys know how I roll, that's just the vibes. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm about to head down to Heathrow and back to Bangkok. I'm trying to say goodbye to the dog, but she's more interested in scratching her face. Yeah, nice. And then we headed down to Heathrow. I filmed a couple of clips, just a little montage. Honestly, not a lot. If you do want to watch my flight and my like travel across to Thailand, I did post a little TikTok kind of doing a little review of Eva Air, which is what is on screen now, because I hadn't heard of this airline and we flew there with them, and honestly, 10 out of 10 recommend it. But basically, we arrived into Koh Samui in the evening. We connected straight from Bangkok and flew again to Koh Samui. And honestly, I recommend doing that. Like, it made the journey feel a lot quicker and we didn't have to faff around around once we got there, and this is us arriving at our hotel. And just like that, I'm in Thailand. You can tell by the hair because very frizzy. But you might realise this is not the same hotel room that I just filmed in that last clip. I'm actually in Bangkok. And this is actually the end of the trip, but the reason I wanted to vlog now is because this is the accommodation that I was saying I haven't booked it. When I'm going to be in Bangkok alone, I've got nowhere to stay. Guess how many days ago I booked it? Guess. Two days before I got here. However, and this is not part of the ad at the beginning, I used Skyscanner's hotel search feature to do this, and I'm staying in the nicest hotel. Like, it's literally a Pullman hotel. It's like bougie. Kind of just wanted somewhere that I could spend these 2 days, because really I'm just doing work for 2 days. I wanted somewhere nice to be, somewhere that was going to be a bit quiet, which is quite difficult in Bangkok because everywhere's very noisy. Anyway, I found this hotel and now here we are, and I am actually pretty much the halfway point of my trip. I thought I would just sit down and have a little chat with you because honestly I don't know where the last 2 weeks have gone. I filmed this vlog the day before I left, like obviously in the run up to leaving, and then I haven't vlogged the trip with Tom. I filmed one day, I did a day in my life when I was in Koh Tao, but otherwise I was just on holiday with his mum and dad, as I mentioned. It was actually very nice, very different. I felt kind of like I'd lost a limb because I haven't ever not vlogged a trip, I don't think. I kept going to get my camera out and I was like, no, you don't need to film that, Molly, it's okay. But if you do want to watch any of my times in Thailand, I'll actually link the vlogs from the other twice that I've been down below, because you guys know I love this country. I make a whole song and dance about it, so I won't bang on about it again, but I thought I would update you. Do you want to see the view from where I'm sitting right now? This is the Bangkok skyline, and this is how I know I did pretty good finding this accommodation this last minute, because it is like full city views. It has an incredible sunset view going on over here last night, and it's actually really decently located. If anybody has ever been to Bangkok, you will know that it is a mission to get around this city because of the traffic here. Like, the traffic is no joke. It adds on probably like another half an hour to every journey you want to take, and this is quite centrally located. So yesterday I actually walked to a few places, and then I also can get the train from here, which is also very good. 10/10 recommend staying in this hotel if you're looking for like a bougie kind of, this is not backpacking, this is just a hotel to stay in Bangkok, but it's the Pullman hotel. And yeah, oh my gosh, I want to add in here, guys, that after I spent all the time packing my hand luggage, as soon as I got here, well, when I arrived in Bangkok, I just bought myself a new backpack, a new hand luggage backpack, because this is so much bigger. Even though it doesn't look it, it's got so many more pouches, guys. Like, if I stand you there, you can kind of see. I don't know the brand. This is Mendiza? And I got this in MBK, so it's likely fake anyway. I'm not even sure because I don't know the brand. I don't know if it's like a replica or if they've just made it and it's their own thing. But look at how many pouches it has. Like, back pouch for your laptop, middle pouch for all your stuff, smaller pouch, little pouch, side pockets. Like, this is so good and it's comfy to wear. So got myself a new little hand luggage bag. Wasn't the aim or the intention, but the issue is when I arrive in Thailand and I see everything for like, I think this cost me £15. It's like something in my brain just goes, buy it. So that's what happened, and I did buy it. Anyway, guys, I will be back on my channel with a vlog from Koh Tao on Tuesday. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. If you haven't seen my travel challenge that went up last week, do go and show that some love. It's one of my favorite YouTube videos I've ever made. If you've got all the way to the end and you know you're not subscribed, do go below, click the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. It helps to recommend it to other people that maybe don't watch my channel, push it out to YouTube. It shows them that people are enjoying it. The algorithm is difficult, it means a lot. And if you have watched this vlog because you're thinking of booking a trip to Asia yourself, my own group tour for Thailand 2025 has just gone on sale. It is over on my website. It's so easy to book it. There are spaces available and I could not be more excited. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I kind of do fancy going to Asia myself, you can come with me. There's going to be a group of us. It's going to just be the best vibe. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to see you guys with a vlog from my time in the most beautiful island in the world. Goodbye, guys.